Many teachers know that children learn best by doing. Champions of project-based learning have decades of research to support this. In recent years, the Maker movement has generated a new following in education, with many teachers adding interesting new tools and materials like robots, 3D printing, e-textiles, and more. Should we worry about making in the classroom as just a new thing, soon to be replaced by some other newer thing? Should we worry that lots of schools will run out and buy 3D printers and not thinking about what they will do with them? Yes, I think we should worry, but not give up. When we talk about making in the classroom, we have continually raised the bar and challenged ourselves to create an academically worthy process. Another thing that is right at the heart of the Maker movement is the mashing together of traditional siloed areas. Art, technology, design, music, film, and science all come crashing together in the Maker movement. This is what I feel we are doing at Lytton High. We are starting with the Year 9 students, introducing them to the tools or toys. With running this as two separate term-long courses, one design and the other science-based, we will give the students at this level the opportunity to play, make, and design something that has a relevance or purpose to them. The idea of making, building, and constructing has a strong basis in research. Active learning increases the rate of learning faster than passive learning. Simply watching others build or make things fires up parts of the brain that are left untouched by passive learning. As new generations are more technologically advanced, we need to offer our students opportunities to excel in this area. Offering it to a new intake of Year 9 students will help bring this group of young, artistic, innovative, keen to play students into this new realm of learning. From a constructivist theory of physiology, we take a view of learning as reconstruction rather than the transmission of knowledge. Then we extend the idea of manipulative materials to the idea that learning is most effective when part of an activity the learner experiences in constructing a meaningful product. As we develop our program of learning in this area with regular reflection of our own practice, there is more and more evidence to suggest that the design process is ever more present and needs to be looked at in depth. A big part of this process is the design thinking that goes around it, deeply inquiring into the problem that you are trying to solve before developing a range of different solutions and iteratively improving the most promising ones. Strategic planning is about big picture thinking. It is likely to involve major new initiatives, doing things differently, or placing a stronger emphasis on something that is already in place. It should be future-orientated and focus more on tomorrow's opportunities than today's problems. It should be about establishing a long-term direction for the school. As a democratic leader, I found it easy to gather the staff who were behind the initial idea and work with them to develop courses to implement the new technologies into our everyday curriculum. Being supported by senior management, we were able to set up 2 courses that would be team taught. You would get 2 experts working with one group of students, which enabled us to develop student learning and outcomes. I was also given a free line on the timetable, which is 3 periods a week, to work with other teachers who were curious in their classes that they already had. The idea is that I will come into the class and show the students what is possible with current resources we have. Then the students will be able to implement this into their current project, and hopefully the teacher in charge will have enough confidence to continue to use the Maker aspect in future classwork. Barth in 1990 identifies that everyone who works in a school is not only entitled to a unique and personal vision of the way he or she would like the school to become, but has an obligation to uncover, discover, and rediscover what the vision is and contributed to the betterment of the school community. Here is my lean implementation plan. The what, the who, the how, and the why. You can look at this at your own pursuit. An even better feeling is when I talk to teachers, students, and the Maker classrooms who say things like, I see the world differently now, or I can look at complex things and see how it works and make it better. When children develop the sense of themselves as successful problem solvers who can change the world, they are assets to themselves, their families, our communities, and the world. I believe that bringing the tools, technology, and ethos of the Maker movement into the classroom is justified historically and supported by the finest research institutions in the world. Go forth and make it happen. Researchers like Dewey and Piaget talk about constructivism, suggesting that learning is an active process in which people actively construct knowledge from their experience in the world. People don't get ideas, they make them. Some say we are coming into the third industrial revolution, third being the machine age. The second was the digital revolution. It didn't revolutionize education. We just put new devices in an old structure. This will democratize the manufacturing process and share prototypes with other people. Looking after our own learning and working with others, superficial collaboration, Michael Fullan, strong collaboration, not just putting people in a room and sharing their ideas. The answer is not in the room. Teacher collaboration needs to move from being highly cognitive to robust conversations with some conflict. Ned Porter, also known as the Wiki Man, said that the top 10 jobs in 2010 did not exist in 2004. The Maker movement is all about putting the making back into the learning. The man known as the godfather of the Maker movement, Seymour Papert, talks about constructivism, arguing that people construct new knowledge with particular effectiveness when we are engaged in constructing personal, meaningful products. Important to the process is the presentation of those products to an interested, authentic audience, i.e., teachers, students and their peers, and hopefully a client, making this a very original and authentic learning environment. Thank you for listening, and here's my bibliography.